Welcome to the Niche Black Show and Black Entertainer Speaking Out. All right, you know how we do news story versus the truth. All right, so we got a story here, and people, you have a lot of stuff that came about in 2000, from 2000 all the way to now, about shaming, fat shaming, and uh, you got people that were shamed because of their looks, and they even had things that they put in their slut shaming, and all kinds of craziness. But we're going to focus on a news story today about people getting all on entertainers and different people about fat shaming. Now, I have many of you that know about have seen my show or watched the shows. You know I have a blood disorder, and I have an enlarged heart, enlarged lungs, and enlarged kidneys. And these are things that I was born with. I've had to deal with them for most of my life. And what you'll find is because of a condition that I was born with, Graves' disease, which affects the thyroid, if you can see there. Um, it creates a overactive thyroid. You have people who have underactive thyroids, which is hypothyroidism, and then you have people like myself that have hyperthyroid, which is an overactive thyroid. But what it does is it makes you feel like you're always running a marathon. Now, because of the heart situation, the damage that is done to my heart, my lungs, to my kidneys, my heart is huge. So when it pumps really, really hard, and um, it makes it very difficult for me to breathe, very difficult for me to sleep. Hence the dark circles under my eyes. But one of the other things that it does is it swells me. It swells me all the way from my feet and toes all the way up to my brain. And it gives me extreme headaches. As you can see, it makes my neck look really, really fat. And if you see my little skinny wrist, I'm going to see if you can see my wrist. I have little skinny wrists, and you can see my bones. Just take it out of my wrist. I normally have little chicken wrists, little chicken legs, little chicken neck, little chicken face, all that good stuff. But when I swell, um, it makes me feel like the Michelin Man. It's extremely tiring. It's very difficult to get around. Um, it feels like you weigh, 400 pounds. It feels very, very heavy when you have a bunch of fluid inside of you. Um, and that's something that uh, helps us to be able to talk about um, what's going on with a lot of these females that have made, you have a lot of white females, we told you, that have made black females think that being 400 pounds is something good. And then you have a lot of black females that were paid, like we told you, to promote this whole being fat is good. And then um, next thing you know, they're getting stomach staples and stomach rubber bands and whatnot, and they're really small, and they're leaving these black women to deal with this issue of being fat all by themselves because they really was pushing an agenda. We wrote a book which made a lot of people mad. I don't want to be fat no more, no more. I don't want to be fat no more. And that book was, a lot of people tried to get it stopped. But in the book, we literally tell you the things that make you, that causes obesity and how to deal with those things. And if no, you look at a lot of the texts and emails and whatnot from um, heavyweight and overweight and obese black females, they are not happy. I don't care how much they smile and try to pretend, they're not happy because we get emails, we get texts and different stuff from them where they're really, really sad. Okay? So, one of the things that started happening was this word fat shaming. There are some things that you should be ashamed of. Okay? So, being obese is something that a lot of obese people are ashamed of. And just by making up names and different phrases to try and make it okay, doesn't take away their shame when they can't fit into a seat, when they can't make it up some stairs, when they're at a restaurant and they know they're overeating. Um, it is shameful, and they feel that shame. So just trying to make them feel better by making this word doesn't help, and it's something that needs to stop. Um, Helping them to deal with it and get healthy truthfully is the best way to help them, not coming up with stuff. And the word slut shame, come on, you guys. Really? You should be ashamed to be a slut. Stop with this foolishness. I need black females and black males really to stop going along with this white folks stuff. You should be ashamed to be a slut. Next thing you know, you'll be a pedophile. You'll be pedophile shaming, and this is where this stuff is leading to. Okay, so I hope that answers you guys' questions about the whole word of fat shaming. This particular story. No, we are not against entertainers that speak about obesity and how that's not a good thing. Alrighty? Yeah, you know how we do. If we're still here, we're going to talk about some things and we're going to deal with some things. Bye.